Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy James, and I'm coming to y'all with another episode of the Previewing and Predicting series. And today I've got a fun team to talk about. Another team that was really loud this offseason, but nothing really happened. But I actually do like their roster this year. I think it's a lot better. Um, so we can talk about it. Today I'm previewing and predicting the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, like I said, they went through a lot this offseason. But I think with the Nets, the main two things are they're getting back Joe Harris, who I think is one of the best, um, if not the best, just pure shooter in the league. He shot damn near 50%, not last year because he was hurt, but the year before, he shot damn near 50%. And then how does Ben Simmons play? We need to see, can he be that third star? Can he hold up in the playoffs? Because his defense will help. At the end of the day, Ben Simmons' defense really helps this team. Gives them a really switchable defender, can guard straight up anyone, and he can strap. So we'll have to see if he can hold up in the playoffs. And can he develop a three? He doesn't even need to develop a three, in my opinion. He just needs to develop more of an offensive game. Mid range, he just needs to not be just he can sit anywhere in the court if it's not the paint. We don't have to guard him. Um, and then they brought in a couple new additions, that being Royce O'Neal and T.J. Warren, that I will talk about. But I'm going to start from the top to the bottom, starting with the starting point guard, and that is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's amazing. There's not a lot to talk about here. Um, Obviously, he had his commotion this offseason. Um, and I guess I can just talk about it now. Can this team stay mentally there? I think this is a championship-esque roster. I really think so. This roster is really good. It just depends on, can they all keep their head on? Um, can they all just play together? Can this be a good culture? Um, and that starts with Kyrie and KD. Kyrie, amazing. There's no real thing to say. It looks like he probably will be gone after the season, but Kyrie's amazing. Joe Harris, talked about him a little bit. Best pure shooter in the league. I like his fit next to Kyrie and KD. As kind of run around and hit your three. Um, Joe Harris back. Hopefully his injury didn't play a part in his game at all. Kevin Durant, no need to talk about. One of the best of all time. One of the best scorers of all time. Like I said, can he be a leader? Can he go out and be a pure leader? We'll have to see. Ben Simmons. I've actually defended Ben Simmons a lot for his game, not for his antics, not for his playoff performances, but just his straight game. His game's amazing. Great cutter, great getting to the rim, great in transition. Defensive Player of the Year candidate, almost won it over Rudy Gobert. I thought he maybe should have won it over Rudy Gobert that year. So that says a lot. They're adding a DPOY candidate. Just, can he play in the playoffs and can he keep his head on? Which is a theme for this roster, and that's why I'm worried. Um, Claxton at center, yeah, it's where this team hurts, is the center. Um, but I don't dislike Claxton as much as other people do. Um, I think he can play his role just fine. Is he your ideal starting center? No, but um, I think he can do his role just fine. He's a pretty good rim protector, which they'll need. And then the bench. Bench is something that I really like. It's my main emphasis on this team. Patty Mills was great last year. Does his job. He's a year older, but Cam Thomas can come in if age does show to be a factor, which I'll talk about in a sec. Seth Curry, another great shooter. The fact that they have Joe Harris and Seth Curry as guys who can just run around and shoot. Seth might even get the starting job. I love it. I think it's great. You can just run around, shoot, play really well off of Kyrie and KD. And they're also both shooters that know their role. They don't need, to be these high point per game scorers. They just need to they understand their job is to run around, be distractions, um, hit their open shots, and they both do that very well. Um, TJ Warren is a guy who's interesting because he hasn't played in 2 years, and um, they did bring him in, and guys were like, "Oh, this is such a great set." I don't know yet. I'll have to see about T.J. Warren, but they have Markeith there, another great signing. But yeah, T.J. Warren, if he plays to his upside, great, especially coming off the bench with this much star power. So I like the signing, low risk, high reward. Hopefully he he plays. He doesn't even need to be bubble TJ, but just what he was before the bubble. Royce O'Neal, great. I love Royce O'Neal trade. Just he does everything that they need him to do, and he's a feisty guy. He reminds me of God, who was I talking about yesterday? Um, oh, kind of like Jay Crowder. Like he has that feisty cockiness to him, um, and that's something I think this team needs. Hopefully, he can be a good leader in the locker room. Um, and then for backup center, um, Hassan I think is the perfect fit. Go get Hassan Whiteside on a minimum. You're gonna need a veteran who can come in and give you good rebounding and defense off the bench. He was great in Utah, so go get Hassan. Dwight I also threw out there, but excuse me, it doesn't seem like Dwight's gonna come back. So um, to the NBA. So Hassan Whiteside, go get Hassan. I don't know what their roster spot looks like. I know they also have Duron Sharp, but I'd like to have a guy there, a veteran that can do it. And then Cam Thomas, a guy I really like. I just think for a competing team, is he really going to crack your everyday 10 man? I don't think so, just because he's young and um, you need your guys out there, but also maybe they give him some more run because it's the regular season and they want him to develop. Then Markieff Morris, he does his job on a minimum. Good signing. A lot of defense. They added great defense this year, and Warren, um, Royce O'Neal, Markeith, and then at getting Ben back. So I don't think defense is going to be as big as a problem this year. Sean Marks did his thing. I really like this offseason. Obviously, there was a lot of commotion. But Royce O'Neal, TJ Warren, Markeith Morris, and you paid a first protected first and $6 million for that? I think it's great. Love it. And you're getting Ben and Joe Harris back. Um, for my projection, I I think everyone has Boston, Milwaukee too. I'm not going to change that. They're 1 and 2 in my power rankings, but I genuinely think this team is either 3 or 4. You can argue them or the Sixers. I honestly might take this team, but for now I'm going to take the Sixers. Um, and then like some people want to throw Cavs, Heat. This team is better than both of those. So I think this team is going to be competing for a championship as long as they keep their head on, which will be a problem. But I do think um, if they're playing well, it won't be as big of a problem. Um, but yeah, for my prediction, high 40s, low 50s. I'm going to say second round exit. I just don't know if they're better. I think they could beat anyone. Maybe Eastern Conference Finals, but yeah. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Quick plug, started a gaming channel. It's gonna be in the description if you guys do want to check that out. My first video was kind of shit, but it'll get better, and I've got a banger coming. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Sorry for being all over the place. I've been really busy. Um, but other than that, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all Monday for the Nuggets.